All right, we got another exciting episode of The Night Shift. I'm Steve Knight, along with...
I'm Mark McNelly.
I'm Todd Tannhauser.
We're with Urgent.
Yeah, and these guys have a big show coming up at the West Shore Theater. They've had a big year. We've got a lot to talk about, a lot to get to. Thanks for hanging out with us. Another episode of The Night Shift is coming your way right now. Well, it's been a really exciting year, the year of 2025 for these guys. Of course, talking about Todd and Mark. And there are very first return guests here to The Night Shift. So we're excited about that. So, hey guys, Todd, Mark from Urgent, welcome back. Thanks for spending some time with me once again on The Night Shift.
Thank you, Steve.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, so let's dive right into it. I mean, since we last caught up with you guys, it's been a number of months. I know it's been an exciting summer and now into the fall. So, you know, Todd, tell me about everything that's been going on with the band here over the last few months. And I know it's a lot of really exciting stuff.
Yeah, so we've been having a great time. I mean, we started playing shows this past spring and kind of jumped right in and started playing some pretty major theaters. Things are going quite well. We've picked up a new agency for booking the band, and I'm still involved in that to a degree, but we also have an agency now, Providence Music Group, and our agent Drew Zimmerman's doing a fantastic job for us, and we're excited. We've got a major tour coming up for us next year. We're going to be playing at least 9 states.
Wow.
You know, mostly East Coast, some Midwest, and that's just the spring at this point.
Yeah, of course, I failed to mention Todd, of course, drummer at Urgent, and Mark, the lead singer. And, you know, for Mark, for you, I mean, you know, last time you were here, we talked about, you know, the challenge of singing this material and the respect that you have for the material and the respect, you know, so, you know, what's the reaction been like out there?
It's amazing after 50 years how these songs still have appeal to a mass audience. They love it.
Yeah.
They love it, especially when you hit the ballads. You can see I can sense the emotion.
Yeah.
And then when you hit the hard rockers, they're right there with you.
Yeah.
You know, they love it. So
Yeah.
a lot of challenge on my plate.
Yeah, no doubt, no doubt. It's funny. I was just before I left the house this morning. I'm saying goodbye to my wife and my son who's in college and he lives at home with us, and he's like, "Who are you talking to today?" And I said, "Oh, the guys in Urgent." And I talked to he goes, "Oh yeah, the Foreigner Tribute Band." And my son, he's 23, and he goes, "Wait, Dad, when's that show at the West Shore Theater?" He goes, "I want to come and see those guys." You know, like. Point being is that I think for a lot of people, there's still people out there today, his age, 23, that are discovering Foreigner, getting into Foreigner. I mean, the music is timeless.
Yeah.
It is timeless. Yeah.
You know,
it relates. It relates.
Yeah. Hopefully, you're seeing some of that in the demo of the people that come to the shows.
We are. I mean, obviously, we're seeing our age demographic,
Yeah.
but no, we're seeing a lot of young people as well. So it's great.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just been a very, very warm reception all the way around.
Yeah.
We've done some meet and greet opportunities at some of the shows, and every show is a little different. What we're finding is not every stage is the same, so we can't always present everything the way we like to every night. The lighting's different, the stage layout might be a little different. So that's the challenge right now, is adapting every night what this big show that we want to bring. And sometimes we're squeezing 10 pounds into a 5-pound sack, we found. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Well, and for those that don't know, and Mark, perhaps you can speak to this. I mean, this is a 6-piece band, right? So
There are 6.
yeah. So you know, when folks come out and they see you guys, talk about what they can expect when they see you guys on stage.
Well, we have these 2 very large boxes that sit on each side of the stage. They shoot smoke straight up.
Yeah.
They have lighting, LED lighting around them.
Yeah.
It's pretty neat to jump on those now and then.
Right.
We have two keyboard players.
Yeah.
One of the keyboard players plays guitar.
Yeah.
So we have that. Bass player, Rick. We have drums to the left, another keyboard to the right. So it's the original. It's the Foreigner layout.
Yeah.
And again, like Todd said, trying to squeeze 5 pounds into a 10 or 10 pounds into a 5 pound
bag. Yeah.
It's we have this gigantic jukebox
We do.
that we haven't been able to use because it's the original. It's the
Jukebox
exact
Hero.
replica
Yeah,
of the original jukebox that
Yeah.
Foreigner used. And,
Wow.
And we want to use that, but we haven't found the right venue for it yet.
Yeah.
Because there's always been big screens behind it and so
Yeah,
forth. They'll
sure.
just block it. But,
Yeah. Well, as you guys go onwards and upwards, and with this tour coming up and heading out to all 9 different states,
Yeah.
bigger and it's coming. Yeah.
Yeah, we're just, like I said, we've been fortunate enough to have some good mentorship over the years and been up close, with some pro bands and things like that. And just everybody that we're working with is pro. And it's made everything a lot easier, so we're excited. I mean, the thing is, we're just really looking forward to the experiences and the memories and the new faces and just all of that stuff. It's an exciting time for all of us.
Yeah. How you feeling about the travel? And I saw that you guys you got like a new van that you got, and you guys are actually kind of like at your age. You're like, okay, we're not gonna travel in a station wagon.
So
yeah,
I got to let you know a little secret.
yeah,
The Black Urgent van that's kind of floating around. It's kind of an AI thing. It doesn't really exist. Okay,
Love
yet. We've been trialing some different things as we travel to figure out what works best for us.
Right.
And so, we're kind of thinking that probably this first leg of this first part of this tour is going to be probably a Sprinter van of some sort.
Yeah.
There's a couple agencies that actually furnish those for musicians on tour. And so we're going to tap into those resources probably. But we've also talked about, there might be a tour bus or something in our future, We'll just see how things go, But unfortunately that little slick piece of marketing presented it well, but it's an imagination piece at this point.
and maybe a handicap license plate always helps.
yeah. Absolutely.
Speaking of which, when we parked at one of the venues, we saw the backstage door, and we thought, okay, well this is where everything is. So this is where we parked. This is where everything unloaded. Little did we know, it was up around the other end of the building on another side. So everything had to be moved.
Yeah.
But it was,
By the way, bonus points for wickering in the phrase "backstage door." As a Foreigner, as a Foreigner tribute fan. Well done. So one of the reasons why, for a number of reasons, but one of the reasons I really wanted to have you guys back on was we're coming up on a show that is going to be local for a lot of the folks that tune in here to the night shift at West Shore Theater, November 14th. Right?
That is correct.
Okay, make sure I got the date.
Friday, November 14th.
Friday, November 14th, at West Shore Theater.
This is CBS 21's Steve Knight inviting you to join me for the premiere Foreigner tribute band Urgent, coming to the West Shore Theater on Friday, November 14th. An awesome night of live music featuring all your favorite Foreigner classics. Scan the QR code for more information or go to westshoretheater.org. See you November 14th for Urgent at the West Shore Theater.
That's going to be your first time there, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Mark and I have played all over central PA. We both live in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
Pennsylvania is our home. This is going to be a fun show. Mark's going to have a ton of family and friends there. I'm a little bit further out. I'll have some friends and family there, but you're going to be the hometown hero that day.
Do I count as a friend, Mark?
Absolutely. A lot of work friends,
I'm gonna be
a lot
there.
of work peeps.
Yeah.
We're excited to have them.
Yeah.
Be able to do this. It'll be a little more pressure, but I think having the friends in the audience, it'll make it forgiving in the event of any problems, concerns.
Yeah. No, I think
More
it's
exciting.
It's really exciting, and I think it's really exciting for fans around here to get a chance to see you guys. And just speaking from my own personal experience, I've been to a number of shows at West Shore Theater, and I'm telling you, to an artist, to a band, to a performer, they all just rave about the sound, the acoustics, and the setup. This is a theater that was initially opened in the 30s.
Wow.
And I believe it was a movie theater. The very first movie theater they showed there was like Dr. Zhivago.
Oh,
It was
wow.
like 1930 something, So
Yeah.
it was like the neighborhood movie theater in New Cumberland for decades. And the movie business being what it is, it kind of fell out of favor. And it actually sat empty for about 3 or 4 years. And there was actually it's almost like, I tell people, it's like, in Back to the Future, the Save the Clock Tower.
Yeah.
That's literally what happened with West Shore Theater. There was a group of citizens that got together, formed a nonprofit to raise money to restore it and turn it into an all-purpose venue. They do movies there, but they do a lot of shows. And I knew some of the people that were heavily involved in trying to, and I kept saying to them, do some rock shows. Yeah, it's gonna work.
Yeah.
And I can't take credit for that, but they had the vision, and they hired a really good guy, Dustin, to book a lot of the shows there. And I'm really excited to have you guys play there. And I think it's going to be a great night, a great audience. I know that you guys have information on your social media about it.
We
but
do.
Yeah.
Everything's up. We're pretty easy to find. It's always, our tagline is at Urgent FTB, Urgent Foreigner Tribute Band FTB. So you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, X, whatever they're calling it now.
And talk about some of the, you guys, you got together early on, as a band, and to just kind of show your wares and show what you were going to be able to offer. I know you guys have some great stuff that's out there, some great promotional video that's out there that folks can check out. Where can they find that?
Yeah, so we have a YouTube channel, and again, it's the YouTube at Urgent FTB. Our website is kind of the hub for everything. All our show data is up there, show dates. We also have some videos up there that are on the homepage and links to all the social media sites as well.
Yeah.
So.
I'm sure you guys have seen that Kelly Hansen famously he's stepping away from Foreigner.
Yeah.
And and we had talked about this. That was not out there the last time you guys were here. I think Kelly's just kind of decided maybe it's time for him to walk away from Foreigner itself. But which is kind of sad. And I know they're bringing in somebody new. But Mark, you and I have talked about this before. The challenges of doing this material, and I don't want to put any labels on you, but hey, I mean, look at all I got to do is look. We're not spring chickens anymore. Yeah. So what? How's it been out there actually singing this material?
It's been exciting. Like I said, the reaction is positive.
Yeah.
It's very positive. I get a lot of adrenaline when I come out on stage and I see so many people. It's time to show up. Show up or hit the road. You know, it's my opportunity to do something great. I've always wanted to do something in this genre.
Yeah.
It's really tough as trying to do it as an original artist or something like that. Doing this tribute work is people already know it, so they expect to see it the best that they can see it, and we try to deliver. And I think we do deliver pretty well. I mean, this band is tight. They sound great. They can produce the music, perfectly. The harmonies are there, so it makes my life easier. So I can blend right in with it. And I can always tell when I lock into the audience or I lock into the people, I try to look at them directly so I can see if this is happening. And when it does happen, I can feel it, and it changes everything. It just makes the whole night better.
One of the things I always like to talk to vocalists about is, what's your prep like before
I have
the show?
I have to eat healthy.
Yeah.
I have to sleep. I can't go out drinking all night long or do anything like that. I have to get adequate rest, eat well, warm up. There is a warm up that has to happen before every show to get my voice ready to perform that kind of music.
Yeah.
For 2 hours, there's a lot of stuff there, and it's a lot to sing.
Yeah.
The range is high, but at my age, I can still do it. And
Yeah.
when I reach the point where maybe I can't, it'll be my time to step away.
Yeah.
Because I wouldn't want to put on a bad show for this.
We're certainly blessed. That's one thing I don't think, oftentimes a lot of folks in the audience or a lot of fans, and not that they should, don't understand how much sweat equity goes into the rehearsal, so that you guys are all in the pocket. And then even day of, sound check. And dealing with front of house sound, and then for you, Mark, what goes into warm-ups before. People don't realize this. Most singers don't hit the stage cold and just go.
You can't.
Hey, you got it. There's as well as I do. I've seen so many singers backstage, and they're singing into a towel.
Yeah, breathing exercise.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes to
Yeah.
run through the scales.
Yeah.
Harmonies, work harmonies out with the band, so we're strong and ready. Get the
Yeah.
blood flowing.
Yeah.
And then we're ready.
Yeah. So Todd, talk a little bit more. We talked about the West Shore, but a little bit more about. I know you mentioned a date, Scranton.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we're playing the Theater at North, again, another Pennsylvania show for our families, friends, fans. November 1st, Theater at North in Scranton, Pennsylvania.
Okay, and moving forward beyond that, with the upcoming tour coming up.
Yeah.
You mentioned hitting 9 different states. When does that start?
That starts in January.
Okay,
So
wow.
we have 2 shows in November. We're going to take a little time off to spend some time with our families and friends over the holidays. Still work. We work
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And in January we hit it. First shows are going to be in North Carolina. So
Wow.
yeah. So
Okay.
we're going to North Carolina. We're going to as west right now as Michigan. We're going to Michigan in the winter. That should be fun.
Yeah.
We are going
Make sure
to
that van has changed. That's right.
we're going to Ohio, and of course, some New England states, New Hampshire, Connecticut, of course, Pennsylvania. We're coming back, I think in March, and then Delaware. So yeah, we're going to be all over, and this is just the beginning of putting this
Yeah.
regional tour together.
All really good stuff, all really fun stuff. I'll throw it out there. WestShoreTheater.org is where you can go to get tickets for the West Shore Theater show that's coming up again on November 14th. Guys, before I let you go, appreciate the fact, Todd, you walked in this morning, you had a KISS shirt on. Mark, you got a KISS logo on underneath. Obviously, I had to, as of the recording here.
Absolutely.
We're 48 hours away from losing Ace Frehley. I didn't realize until I got it. We had never really talked KISS, and I didn't realize until I was on social media the last couple of days. Both you guys posting some really cool tributes about Ace. I'm a big KISS fan. Wear it on my sleeve. But yeah, before we wrap up here, give you guys both a chance to talk a little bit about Ace Frehley, the passing of Ace Frehley.
Yeah, so sad. I think the thing that saddens me the most is just, it's the bad blood that had been out there, and now the camp's coming out and they're making some statements, about how great Ace was, and he was great, and we all have issues and things like that. So that besides his passing, I'm also sad about that, and I think it's a lesson for everyone that if there is bad blood or whatever, just try and square it away while the person's alive, I did meet Ace once, being a drummer and he being a guitar player. We didn't have a lot in common. I told him I appreciated his book and I loved reading it. And he didn't quite hear what I said. And so in Ace, typical Ace Frehley fashion, he turned to me and he said, "You've only read one book." And I said, "Does it show?" But that was my one moment with Ace. It was a great time.
Did he follow it up with one of his?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, right,
absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and his team, I had brought a couple items thinking that maybe he would sign something for me.
Yeah.
And his manager's like, "One item, that's all he'll do."
Yeah.
And I sat down and there was a couple things in front of me, a couple records and a book, and Ace was like, "Give me that stuff," and he
cool.
signed it all. So
That's really cool.
There was a couple ladies with us
Yeah.
that day, and so his attention was on the ladies as well.
Shocking.
You know, so
Yeah.
yeah, he gave me some time, but he was
Yeah.
definitely interested in the ladies a little bit more than me.
How about you, Mark?
Well, I never met Ace
Yeah.
Ace, but I did meet some of the other guys in KISS.
Yeah.
And one thing I could say, they love their fans. I mean, I could tell. I sensed it, and I could tell that they, you know, that they love their fans. 1978, very young man here, and my mom, she was against it. She said, "You can't listen to this stuff. This is the devil's music."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "Come on, Mom, this stuff is great. Listen to Back in the New York Groove."
Yeah,
And
yeah, right.
She, I mean, I love this stuff, but I collected the KISS cards and everything. I mean,
sure.
I was a classic fan for years,
Yeah.
but yeah, I hate to see these rock and rollers, you know, our heroes die. They're staples in our, you know,
Yeah.
they're weaved in the fabric of our lives.
Yeah.
And I hate to see them go.
Yeah, yeah. It's funny. I've been, and you know, we want this to be, God willing, 20 years from now. But you know, I've been kind of telling people for a while now, going, I'm telling you, this is going to be bigger than a president, a prime minister. And when we finally lose Paul McCartney, the world is going to shut down for like a week. Yeah. Oh, here we go. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. You know.
We might need a holiday.
Yeah. Right.
So that's the
yeah.
other thing I'm doing while I'm on holiday from rehearsing, even though
Yeah.
we're always working, as my wife and I are going to Ontario, Canada.
To see Mac.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the only time I could fit it in. So.
Yeah. Yeah. And there you go. I mean, you know, while our heroes are still here and alive and performing, you know, it's I have people will say to me like, oh well, you know, he's not what he once was. Still really, and I don't know even about Paul McCartney, the Stones,
Yeah.
anybody. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like it's like, so what? Neither are you. Neither am I.
Exactly.
Yeah. You know,
Exactly.
If they're up there and they're doing it and they're still doing it
Yeah.
reasonably well, like just go and
Yeah.
celebrate the music and
Celebrate the music. Yep.
Celebrate the music, celebrate the man, celebrate the band, celebrate, you know, whatever. So, yeah, it's just, you know, we're getting to that point, guys, where, you know, unfortunately, we lost Ozzy earlier this year. I'm a huge Beach Boys guy. Brian Wilson was really tough for me.
Yeah.
You know, but it's tough.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, we're not going to end on a sour note. Again, website where people can get all the information.
Sure. www.urgentftb.com.
Yeah, and lots of great things coming with this, guys, in not only this fall, but heading into 2026. And again, don't forget, tickets are going fast. You know, tickets are going fast for that West Shore Theater show. So westshoretheater.org is where you can get tickets for that show on November 14th. And I will see you guys there.
We're looking forward
We'll
to
be
it.
there.
Steve.
Yeah,
Thank
yeah,
you so
yeah.
much. It's going to be a great night.
Absolutely. Thanks for coming back, and thanks for being our first return guests.
Oh, we are honored.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Great to see you guys again, and we'll see you again here coming up real soon at West Shore Theater. And with that, thanks everybody for tuning in to another edition of The Night Shift.
It was a Monday, day like any other day. I left a small town, found the apple in decay. I wanna stick around till I can see straight. Fill my eyes with that double vision. Now it's up to you. Can we make a secret rendezvous? Hot blooded, check it and see. Good morning, good day. Won't you see things my way? How could I watch you walk away? I'd give anything to have you here today. But that was yesterday. I had the world in my hands. So near, standing in the rain with his head hung low. So he started rocking, ain't never gonna stop. Gotta keep on rocking, someday gonna make it to the top and be a jukebox hero. That's why you call me in the middle of the night. You say it's urgent, so urgent. I can't stop now. I've traveled so far to chase this lonely line. I wanna know what love is. I want you to show me. I wanna know what love is. I wanna know.
Nice. That was so much fun.
Thank you so much, man. That was outstanding. Thank you.
Yeah, that was so cool.